Hey, so in this video we'll be doing the Easter eggs and predictions for season 1, episode 3 of Marvel's Inhumans. So be aware spoilers if you've not caught up. So in this episode, just like the last episode, the title is actually a reference to the comics. It's called Divine and Conquer, and it's not on the cover of this sort of thing, but it's actually apparently inside the comic at some point. But it's from Fantastic Four annual volume 1, number 5. I don't know exactly again what it's about, but it has like other Marvel characters like Black Panther popping up and stuff like that. So, uh, and then also has the Inhumans as well. But in this episode, there weren't a lot of Easter eggs or references. There were like minor ones, but so like during the like all the news people that were at the prison, there was one of the microphones had a WHIH Newsfront on it, so it's nice that they're still connecting the MCU to everything because uh, they've been in everything pretty much MCU related since Iron Man. Maybe there's one thing that they haven't popped up in, but I'm pretty sure they've been popped up in every single thing MCU related. But yeah, we also meet a character called Sammy in this episode, and he is trying to get information from Black Bolt of how he got his powers and stuff like that. And he goes on to say, I don't know the exact quote, but he says, "Were you experimented on? Were you bit by a radioactive bug, or had rock like crust around you, or something like that?" But I'm assuming he was referencing Captain America because that was public knowledge. Other than that, I don't know who other people would be experimented on. We know Scarlet Witch was and Quicksilver, but I don't know if that was public knowledge or had got public knowledge somehow. It was called the other one. No one else that I can think of. So, but comment down below if I'm missing anyone. But then you have radioactive bug. Obviously, that's a reference to Spider-Man. Uh, and the rock-like substance is all the Earth-bound Inhumans. Because on the moon, in Atalan, they don't go through the crust or cocoon. They have that weird metal container thing that's their cocoon. They reference Eldrek, the door that who teleported the rest of the Inhumans that are going to help Auron to actually try to take down the royal family. And I'll get to that later on. But people were kind of like divided on this, uh, where how like Medusa knew about money and all that kind of stuff, and but Black Bolt didn't know at all. And but they're also monitoring the world. The way I saw it is that they only are following the news, so they don't know every single thing that like how Earth works. But when they got down to Earth, Black Bolt didn't really see money, but when just before Medusa saw the ATM, she saw people with holding the money uh, and just leaving the ATM. So she just took two. She's a smart. She's a smart person. She put one and one together and got two, and she knew that the ATM could give you money, just not how. She just didn't think. She didn't know that's how it worked. But I thought it was funny. Not everyone thought it was funny, but I did. But we meet the four different people from Adelan. Flora, she creates like moves plants and all that kind of stuff. Uh, Pulse, I think his name. I don't know that. I don't know which one it was. I'm, but I don't remember seeing her or his power. Uh, but then you have Locus. He obviously has that weird face thing that he in the episode. And then of course Mortis. Mortis is a weird one. A lot of people are trying to figure out if he's a comic book character or not. Like I even asked that on Twitter and Instagram. People were coming up with guesses of like Dinu and Frank McGee, and as of right now, it's hard to tell which direction it's going. But in the comics, Frank McGee also goes by Nur, I believe, and he actually is a helper of Aaron, who is also on the show. And he has similar powers to what's called Mortis. All has similar powers to Frank, where he has like eye beams type things. So it's possible that they're going with that, but they're just not going to call him Frank. But Dino or whatever, he apparently was disfigured so badly that his name is he's caused death. I guess something as far as I understand, and they reference that he's just death. So maybe it's a mixture of the two. I don't know. But yeah, those were all the references and Easter eggs I could find, honestly. But if I missed anything, if somehow, comment down below, and I'll mention it in another video. But for predictions, like I've said last episode, Maximus has to have powers. They keep saying that he does not have powers. He's just a human and all that kind of stuff. He has to have powers. There's no way about it. They just keep hitting your head, like hitting us over the head with it. And Bernarja is going to die. His powers are going to end up killing him. But for the episodes that in like what happened in these episodes, we meet this guy named Dr. Declan, and he knows about Sammy somehow, like about his file, and I'm assuming he knows he's an Inhuman somehow, but I don't know his intentions. I first thought he was going to be a helper of the Inhumans, but now I'm thinking he's gonna turn out evil. I don't know why, because like there's not that many evil people on Earth that could be threats to the Inhumans, but maybe it's gonna be Declan that's gonna be the evil guy. But we also find out more about Luis, I believe her name was, the woman who's trying to track down the Inhumans and like learn about them, and now is being kidnapped by Medusa. But she says they say that her boss is trying to build a base on the moon, or then a hotel later, and that's why they were looking at the moon to see if there was any living life or whatever, I guess. But I'm assuming her boss or her Lord Luis herself are gonna help what's called the Adelan people build the base bigger or something like that. Like they're gonna help build, like make the world or Adelan bigger so more people can live on the moon without actually having to live in the mines and stuff like that. Or I was thinking that by the end of the season, that Black Bolt is going to destroy Adelan, and as far as I understand, Adelan moves from place to place to place, and as far as I know in the comics, Adelan is now currently above New York, but I'm assuming since we're placing it in Hawaii, they're going to have they're going to find a secret place for Adelan on Earth, in Hawaii somewhere, and that's where they're going to rebuild Adelan with the help from Luis and her boss and stuff like that. But I think Black Bolt is going to destroy Adelan. I don't know why I think this, but It just seems like that's gonna happen. Like he's powerful enough to take down the war that whole entire Adelon place. So he, I think that's just set up for that. Uh, and uh, we meet these drug dealers that Karnak come across, and that one guy, he's gonna cause a lot of problems for Karnak. I I believe he's gonna try to kill him at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, and the his his head injury is not gonna go away anytime soon, uh, and it's gonna get a lot worse that before it gets better. And I think he's going to actually end up going to a hospital. He's gonna be sent to the hospital because the head injury is gonna get so bad that he has to be sent to to a hospital. Uh, and the other prediction ish kinda is that guy that hit Chris Lockjaw is people are saying that he's probably going to be like the replacement for Johnny Storm because apparently Johnny Storm and Crystal do have like had a relationship in the comics. I don't know if they still have it now, but he's gonna be a love interest for Crystal and probably make her a bit nicer because she's not the worst person in the world. But she does have kind of she's kind of mean sometimes, or that attitude. But yeah, that's all for predictions. But comment down below if what kind of predictions you have for the upcoming episodes. Also, one thing was Medusa's hair is not coming back until probably episode 6 or 7. I she needs to actually experience more life without her powers because she's been so it seems like she was so dependent on her powers back in Adelon, even though we never saw her that much with her hair. She doesn't she thinks she's better than everyone so with her because she's inhuman and all that kind of stuff. So she needed to be knocked down a peg or two, and now that she has no hair, she needs to grow as a person before getting her hair back, and that's probably going to happen until maybe episode 6 or 7. So comment down below if I missed any Easter eggs, or what do you hope for that is coming up in the next 5 episodes. See ya.